with gas prices being so darn high, I thought now would be a good time to provide everyone with, well, a few no-brainer tips on how to save money on gas. Well, there is a lot of advice out there that'll help you save some money next time you fill up. A lot of it isn't all that practical, like going out and buying a $25,000 hybrid when your current vehicle is working just fine, just so you can save a few bucks next time you fill up at the tank. And trust me, it's going to take a long time to make back $25,000 when you're only saving about $10 every time you fill up. And other people will have you taking your car apart, installing magical little devices that are supposed to save you money on gas, and well, they didn't even work that well. So here's something simpler. Here are 7 brain-dead simple ways to save money on gas, even if you don't know how to change your oil. Number 1, get a gas card. Want a tip that's going to save you money every time you fill up at the pump, no matter what vehicle you drive? It's a gas card. Just about every major gas station offers their own brand of gas card that will allow you to save about 3 to 5% on all your gas purchases at their gas stations. Well, I say forget about the branded cards. Get one that'll save you 5% on gas no matter where you fill up. Now, there's not a lot of them out there, but the Discover Open Road card is a good one. Just remember, you got to pay it off every month or you'll be actually paying more in gas. But saving 5% off every gallon means that if gas is $3 a gallon, well, now it becomes $2.85. If it's $4 a gallon, well, it's only $3.80 then. And if you have a 25-gallon tank, that's $3.75 that you save every time you fill up with $3 a gallon gas. Now, a lot of people already use a credit card or when they're filling up at the pump anyway, since it's easy and convenient. Well, you may as well get a gas card so that it becomes easy, convenient. Hey, and it's saving you some money too. Tip number 2, stop driving like you're running from the cops. I mean, this aggressive driving, it's not helping you out. Hitting the gas hard when the light turns green, braking hard. I mean, that stuff will have your car drinking gas faster than an alcoholic with a new bottle of whiskey. Now, if you're to drive away, say a more moderate pace, accelerate in traffic more slowly, anticipate when you're going to need to brake ahead of time. That means looking ahead of traffic just to see what's going to be happening. You're going to save a lot on gas. You could actually save up to 37%. That's about the equivalent to buying a hybrid car. And, well, that's actually just a safer way to drive, so you might want to try it. Tip number 3, cruising. If your car has cruise control on it, make it your friend. Now, personally, I refuse to buy a car if it doesn't have cruise control, but cruise control also has the added benefit of saving you money on gas. On average, you'll save about 7% using it since, well, it's going to keep your speed constant instead of going up and down all the time. Tip number 4, the highway is not a tryout for NASCAR. In other words, slow down. I mean, sure, going fast is fun. It can also get you a nice collection of speeding tickets. But more importantly, the faster you drive, the more gas you use. Now, I'm not saying you need to drive like your grandmother, but if you're slowing down from, say, 75 to 65, that can save you 12% every time you're filling up. And unless you're driving across the country, the time difference in getting there is going to be a minimal change anyway. Tip number 5, idle engines are the devil's workshop. What does that mean? Well, it means stop leaving your car idle. Having your car running when it's not moving wastes gas. Now, I remember when I was first learning how to drive, that was about 10 years ago now, and I was told that you should let your car warm up for a few minutes before driving it outside anytime that it's cold. Now, while that may be true for older cars, it's not true anymore. Modern cars don't need any warm-up time before being ready to drive. And if you don't drive like a maniac before it's completely warmed up, you're not going to have any problems. Now, if you're going to be sitting someplace and you're not going to be moving for more than, say, about a minute, so you're waiting someone, you're picking them up at a ball game or something, just turn off the engine and wait. And it probably goes without saying that if you can avoid rush hour traffic, well, you should, because that's a lot of real slow, a lot of idling, but you can't really shut off the engine. And one more great place to waste gas is at your fast food drive-thru. Get off your lazy butt, get out of the car, go inside and get your food. And that'll save you some money on gas, so you can buy more food. Alright, number 6, use your head. Start planning your trips. Combine errands when possible. For example, you could go to the gym, then go to the store, and then go to the post office, all in one trip instead of kind of haphazardly doing them when you think it's a decent time to do it. And if you want to try and do something before work or right after work, since you're going to be out driving, that's also a great time to make it more efficient. Alright, final tip, use your legs. It seems that most of us have forgotten that, well, when we were 1 year old, we were learning how to walk. And it wasn't until we were about 15 or 16 that we were actually learning how to drive. Well, your body's designed to walk. You should take advantage of it. If you can easily walk somewhere, well, plan a few extra minutes to do so instead of getting in the car and driving. Remember, your legs get unlimited miles per gallon. And if walking won't work, well, perhaps riding a bike will. In some cases, taking a bike can actually be faster than driving. Now, I remember when I first moved off campus when I was in college, and our place was about 2 miles from the university. And I would take my bike sometimes and drive the other times. And it actually ended up taking me less time to take my bike to class than it did for me to drive my car. So whenever it was nice enough for me to bike, I definitely did that because I didn't like getting up early to go to class. Well, I hope these tips have given you some ideas on how to save money and just how easy it is to do so without having to go out buying a fancy car or get some little magical magnetic device. And if you like these tips, you can get all 61 of my gas saving tips free at my homepage, fuelsavingzone.com.